These genius insights can change your kitchen game and empower your slim-down efforts. Preparing your food at home is a major step in the recipe toward weight loss. But always going by the book or trying to figure things out for yourself can be frustrating. These genius insights can change your kitchen game and empower your slim-down efforts. Thankfully, it's not difficult to make slimming, mouth-watering fare. Here are our best tips for better cooking, easier meal prep, less weight gain, and more fun than you knew you could have while in the kitchen. 1. Season to taste. When you're cooking from a recipe, ignore specific measurements for salt and pepper. Your mouth is more accurate than a measuring spoon. Taste and adjust as early and often as possible. Oh, and while you're at it, get rid of that salt shaker. Instead, put kosher salt in a small bowl by the stove and season with your fingers, which gives you real control and accuracy. 2. Time your salt. When you salt is as important as how much you salt. Season chicken, pork, and turkey, 3 of the 29 best ever proteins for weight loss, up to 8 hours before cooking. The salt will penetrate the meat fully and yield juicier, more fully seasoned results. That said, only season burgers seconds before throwing them onto the grill. Otherwise, the salt will break down the protein strands and create tougher patties. 3. Fix your mistakes. Too much salt. Use a splash of vinegar to provide a counterbalancing punch of acid. Too much heat. Try a drizzle of honey to mellow out the spice. 4. Shop for food on Monday or Tuesday. More specifically, shop for food on Monday or Tuesday before 10 a.m. or after 7 p.m. Research shows that these are the least crowded times of the week at the market, making it possible to pick out first-rate products without the clamoring masses. 5. Pat meat and fish dry before cooking. Surface moisture creates steam when it hits a hot pan or grill, impeding caramelization. If your fish has skin, use a sharp knife to squeegee off the water trapped within it. 6. Don't overcrowd the pan. For deeply flavored foods, don't overcrowd the pan. Ingredient overload makes a pan's temperature plummet, and foods end up steaming rather than caramelizing. This adds cooking time and subtracts flavor. All ingredients should fit comfortably in one layer, so use a pan that's big enough for the job, and cook in batches if necessary. 7. Don't scorch the nonstick. Teflon can deteriorate over high heat, so save your nonstick pans for gentler tasks like cooking omelets and fish. Yes, nonstick pans serve the same purpose, but they can release potentially cancer-causing toxins into your food. While the Environmental Protection Agency doesn't suggest foregoing nonstick cookware altogether, they also don't yet know the long-term health effects of nonstick chemicals, so it's better to err on the side of caution and stick with cast iron. Pick up a variety of different pieces so you're prepared for any culinary adventure that lies ahead. 8. Make it crispy. Nothing beats crispy chicken skin, but frying is a no-go when you're trying to lose weight. Instead, buy a whole chicken the day before you'll cook it, sprinkle on a teaspoon of kosher salt, and leave it uncovered in the fridge. The air and salt will draw out excess water. Just be sure to pat the chicken dry with paper towels before cooking. 9. Use the broiler. Think of a broiler as an inverted grill, a source of concentrated, quick cooking heat. Chicken, pork chops, and steaks take about 10 minutes to broil. Just be sure to flip them midway through the cooking process. 10. Amp up your TV dinner. Instantly improve your next TV dinner. After cooking, add fresh herbs, a squeeze of citrus, and a drizzle of olive oil to transform any frozen entree. 11. Keep tomatoes out of the fridge. The same goes for peaches, potatoes, onions, bread, unpeeled garlic, and coffee. Cold temperatures compromise the flavor and texture of these staples. 12. Warm your plate. Warm food served on a cold plate is a rookie mistake. Heat your dishes in a 150 degrees Fahrenheit oven for 10 minutes before plating a meal. On the flip side, lightly chilled plates, use your freezer, boost the freshness of cold dishes like summer salads. 13. Adapt at will. Ingredients aren't set in stone. Mushrooms can stand in for eggplant if that's what you have. Don't want to spend $3 on a bunch of celery just to use a single rib. Omit it. Do you like pork chops more than chicken breast? Switch it. The point is, if you understand the basic techniques and know what tastes good together, the possibility for creation in the kitchen is infinite. 14. Shop with the seasons. Sure, sometimes you just need a tomato, but there are 3 great reasons to shop in season. It's cheaper, it tastes better, and it's better for you and the planet. 15. Make friends. Talk to butchers, produce suppliers, and fishmongers before buying. They can steer you to the best ingredients. 16. Freshen up limp veggies. Drop your aging produce into ice water before cooking. Plants wilt due to water loss. Ice water penetrates their cells to restore crispness. 17. Get more pucker for the price. Zap lemons, limes, or oranges for 15 seconds in the microwave before squeezing them. The fruit will yield twice as much juice. 18. Go to farmers markets early or late. Early arrivals get the first pick of all the prettiest produce. Latecomers can score last-second deals from vendors looking to unload their goods. 19. Flip your meat more than once. Research shows that near constant flipping of steak, chicken, chops, and burgers not only allows your food to cook faster, but also more evenly. Aim for 1 flip per minute. 20. Give it a rest. If you slice into meat right after it finishes cooking, precious juices will escape. Wait 5 minutes before biting into burgers or grilled chicken, 7 minutes before cutting into steaks, and 15 minutes before carving a large roast. 21. Cook tomatoes when you can. Cooking and roasting tomatoes will increase their levels of lycopene, powerful compounds that fight free radicals and help to decrease cancer and heart disease risks. A study from Ohio State University showed that people who ate tomato sauce that cooked for 40 minutes had 55% more lycopene in their blood than those who had uncooked tomato sauce. 22. Swap your baking staples. Although baking powder and baking soda are not the same thing and not interchangeable, you can substitute a small amount of baking powder for baking soda and wind up preserving more of chocolate's antioxidants that are usually lost in the baking process. Just don't go crazy, or else you'll wind up with a flat, weird chocolate cake. 23. Toast your bread. Toasting your bread can lower its glycemic index a bit, according to a study published in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition. Even better, your body absorbs less glucose from bread that has been frozen before toasting. Bottom line: first freeze, then toast. 24. Poach your eggs. Up to 50% more nutrients are absorbed from a runny yolk than from a hard-boiled or over-hard egg. No idea how to poach eggs? All you do is crack open an egg into a pot of simmering water. 25. Add oil to rice. No, this is not an excuse to get all fried rice crazy on us. But if you drop a teaspoon of coconut oil into your boiling pot of water before cooking your non-fortified rice, researchers from the College of Chemical Sciences in Sri Lanka say that the rice will have 10 times the resistant starch, a good thing. It slows down rapid digestion and stay this way even as a leftover. 26. Freeze your blueberries. Another way to manipulate your healthy food to be even healthier: freeze your blueberries. Their antioxidant properties are heavily concentrated in the skins. And the ice crystals that form on the skin during the freezing process help make the antioxidants more available to your body, according to a South Dakota State University study. 27. Eat your pasta cold. Similar to how oil can make rice better for you, pasta that has been chilled overnight, it's okay to reheat it. Will also keep you fuller for longer than if you had just cooked the noodles and served them right away. 28. Know when to cool your avocados. The easiest kitchen hack ever. Keep your avocados out on the counter to let them ripen faster, and put them in the fridge when they're ripe so they'll last longer. A surefire sign that an avo is well on its way to being ripe is when you can easily pop the button off the top of it. 29. Don't slice your strawberries. Instead of being efficient and slicing your strawberries all at once to easily enjoy later, you'll want to keep them whole until you're just minutes away from eating them. Vitamin C is sensitive to light and oxygen and loses some of its antioxidant powers once it's been exposed. The same is true for oranges, which have a little less vitamin C than a cup of strawberries. 30. Make frozen cubes. Instead of watching that bunch of parsley spoil, chop it up and mix with a tiny bit of oil and then freeze as ice cubes that you can throw into a soup later. Or freeze sauces for quick, individual meals. Or use an ice cube tray to freeze kale for smoothies. Get creative. We don't, however, recommend freezing onions. They soak up bacteria like crazy, and you really shouldn't ever use leftover cut onions. 31. Salvage burnt cookies. You went through all this trouble to make healthy cookies, so don't let burnt bottoms ruin your day. Simply grab your zester and grate the black part off. Nice. 32. Smash that garlic. For the quickest clove peeling process ever, place the clove onto a cutting board and then smash it using the side of a chef's knife and your fist. It's fun to do and saves you time. 33. Crack eggs on the countertop. When you crack eggs on the side of the bowl, you risk eggshells getting in your food. Instead, crack them right on the counter.